how often did like, record labels and kind of outside forces say, if you like got a, big old Nicki Minaj booty and like some huge implants and, bunch of plastic surgery, you could really like go to the next level. Do you ever get that?
Like, I get the hints, and I've like lower in the. It's funny how much people think that like labels will do that when really like all the like down here people will do that. Like when I was barely starting out, that was very much the thought process behind it. Like if you're referring to like Atlantic, they've never really said that or anything, but I think that's because of the way I've already carried myself a particular way that it's worked for me. So it's like why change now? But yeah, I mean, one day, I'm just gonna get like some fucking quadruple Z's or something and all kinds of shit, and then y'all could just fucking enjoy. But for now, fuck that.
You're obviously attractive, but you don't use sex to sell.
I seen the other interview, by the way, like it was on Vlad.
Which one?
Where like I think Lord Jamar or something was like, "What are you gonna go for, the hot white girl or the not so sexy Latina or something?" I was like, God damn! I was like, damn, leave me alone.
Was he talking about you?
Yeah, he was talking about me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
you do kind of have a tomboy kind of thing going sometimes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You wear beanies and that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So is it like a balancing act in a way?
No, it's just whatever I'm feeling that day, Sometimes I'm like out here, swagging whatever. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm super emo, like I'm whatever. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm just like, I have ADD, so like I just change my mind about a lot of different stuff. But I don't know, balancing act.
Well, like if you take a look at like the really successful female rappers out there, mm-hmm. And unfortunately there's not enough of them. There's only...
Oh, you mean like Lauryn Hill or like The Brat or like Missy?
Well, you look at those, but then you look at like, for example,
now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and not even now. I mean, you could look at Nicki Minaj right now. You could look at Lil Kim, from some years back. But then you could also look at like Foxy Brown mm-hmm. and that type of thing, or like the Trinas and everything else like that. Like, there's always like, we rap, but we also use sex to sell.
Yeah.
And I don't really get that thing from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like up until now I've focused so much on like touring or like getting my shit together, like my craft and just my shit in general together, that I haven't, worried about that as much. Maybe I should have, maybe I'd be further along if I was whatever.
It seems like almost like the industry sort of pushes to that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, with that comes, the added cost of being a female rapper. You know what I mean? The hair, the makeup, the wardrobe, blah, blah. To move a female around. Like, for example, I just interviewed Ashanti. And she's like, it's expensive to be like a female artist.
It is.
As opposed to a male artist.
You know what's funny is that I had actually seen that a long time ago. I think I seen 50 talk about it, about having a female artist and how expensive it was and
Olivia,
all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess I was always aware of that, so that's why I wouldn't say that, I've never super knocked like me one day turning up a little bit, sexy or whatever, but that's not gonna be how I get in the game. Like I have it set for my life, like for me, whenever I die, to flash back and know I made it without doing that. Now, if later on I wanna grow up, you know what I'm saying, then that's okay, but I just wanna show little girls you don't have to do that to make it. And honestly, if I don't make it, I'm gonna bust my ass, so you can't blame me for it, but I'll bust my ass this next year. And if I don't make it like that, I blame y'all. The world is fucked up. Y'all motherfuckers like boobs and butts. That's all you like.
Yeah, I mean, because who else did I interview recently was MC Lyte, mm-hmm. and she came very, no sex. You know what I'm saying? Like mm-hmm. kind of tomboyish as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was really like, okay, here's my music, you either like it or not. I'm not going to be half naked. I'm not going to have my boobs out. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? But then at one point, but you just don't see a lot of MC Lytes, and Lauryn Hill kind of did the same thing as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? But these days, it's like you don't really see a lot of
because
that
it's hard, because you have to be dope enough. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can always fall back on that. And that's why it's like, you can always do that. I can always show something. That's not hard. Right. You know what I'm saying? But the hard thing is to be able to make it somewhere without doing that and be talented enough. Lauryn Hill is a perfect example. She's that dope. You know what I'm saying? That you can get away with doing whatever you want. Maybe I'm just not that dope yet, but I think I can be. And when I am and I make it that way, then later on, if I want to, be Mexican girl, weather woman, whatever, then we'll do that. But for right now, I'm trying to stick to my guns here.